Let's now turn to the health sector, where experts have called on medical personnel to see international opportunities as a way to acquire more knowledge and skills that will ultimately benefit their home country. A professor of nursing, maternal and child health care, Olarewaju Showumi, said this at the induction of nurses in Jigawa, Osun State. Rafiu Hamid reports.
Nigeria produces thousands of healthcare professionals every year. A number of them often leave the shores of the country to practice, thereby having negative effects on the country's healthcare system. But recently, the president approved a national policy on health workforce migration to address the challenges facing Nigeria's health and human resources. At the induction of these 46 nurses in Jigawa, the guest speaker, Professor Olarewaju Showumi, tasked nurses practicing abroad to prioritize their country. Speaking on the topic, Global Healthcare Game Changer, the remarkable impact of Nigerian nurses' migration, Professor Olarewaju Showumi also calls for policy that ensures reintegration of those practicing abroad into the nation's healthcare system.
It's a pragmatic approach to improve the working conditions of nurses. The push factors resulting in nurse emigration, policy-based decisions and interventions are very critical. Strategies to convert brain drain into brain gain through mutually beneficial model will foster collaboration between Nigeria and receiving countries.
The Registrar, Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, Farouk Abubakar, calls on the newly inducted nurses to uphold higher standards of professionalism.
Your work will be monitored. You must be open to learning from more experienced senior colleagues in clinical settings. You must be willing to take corrections, improve or change as needed. Strive to follow the nursing profession's code of ethics and keep the patients or clients at the core of all you do in your professional activity.
The council was also urged to ensure proper monitoring of nurses in the practice of their profession.
People have been trained as nurses who do not have BSc, who are already working, may not have the opportunity of going to the regular school. Such people should be afforded the opportunity to actually go for distance learning. But what I'm saying is that they should be exposed to the expected number of hours of clinical services, not 2 weeks.
The induction also featured presentation of awards and certificates of appreciation to some outstanding students. Rafiu Hamid, TVC News, Jigawa, Osun State.
And now to security matters. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tari Lagbaja, says Nigerian Army will continue to review its tactics, techniques and procedures in order to come up with both kinetic and non-kinetic strategies to defeat all forms of terrorism in the country. He said this while declaring open a one-day seminar on warrior ethos with the theme Optimizing Warrior Ethos in the Nigerian Army, a panacea for operational effectiveness organized by the Department of Army Transformation and Innovation. Represented by the acting GOC 8th Division, Brigadier General Ibikule Ajose, the Army Chief said the seminar is one of the many measures in place to mitigate the challenges faced by the troops while operating in a volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous security environment.
I wish to commend the Department of Army Transformation and Innovation for organizing this seminar. It will raise the necessary operational and social awareness of our troops, and therefore implore you all to remain innovative and committed. By doing so, you will have helped to raise the standard that the Nigerian Army requires to deliver on its constitutional mandate. This event is therefore timely and will avail participants a better understanding of the key issues to improve through effective leadership, operational effectiveness and sound administration.
And away from that to electoral matters, the Enugu State Independent Electoral Commission has presented certificates of return to the newly elected chairmen of the 17 local government areas of the state. The chairman of the commission, Christian Ungu, extols the chairmen for conducting themselves peacefully during the exercise. A senior reporter, Bamidele Ajayi, has more.
It's about 48 hours after the 21st September Enugu State local government election results were announced. and the winners are here to pick up their certificate of return. The chairman-elect, their deputies, friends and family members are here to witness the event. One after the other, the chairmen were invited to receive the certificate of return. NCA charged the newly elected executives at the council areas not to disappoint the people.
I congratulate all of you, and I wish you well in your tenure.
The elected chairman promised to commence grassroots development in agriculture, healthcare delivery, education, and security for their people.
So this time we are going to work together, we are going to synergize to make sure that what is being done at the state level, that we'll take it back to the local government level.
We are going to change a lot of narratives to make sure that the welfare of our people is highly improved.
Education, poverty, agriculture, so many things. And we're working in partnership with the state government.
We are going to ensure that in the agricultural sector, that there are going to be a serious revolution in that very sector.
Everyone, friends and well-wishers of Igbo South, will know that the trajectory has arrived the environment.
Meanwhile, the Inter-Party Advisory Council commended the State Independent Electoral Commission for conducting a hitch-free election.
IPAC's preliminary report showed that there was no known issue of electoral violence, as the exercise was peaceful. This is a very major win for our electoral process, and we commend the leaders, stakeholders, and security agencies for this.
Having observed the election in Enugu, IPAC is now challenging civil society organizations and political parties to raise the bar of political awareness to ensure elected leaders are held accountable. Bamidele Ajayi, TVC News, Enugu.
Thanks for staying with us. We're staying on politics. The former National Auditor of the All Progressives Congress, Paul Chukwuma, says Anambra State is the fulcrum of Igbo civilization and should be connected to politics at the center. He spoke at a news conference in Akoka. Details in this report.
The All Progressive Congress chieftain is worried that Anambra State is not connected to the center, despite being the economic capital of the Southeast, with the largest income per capita in the sub-region. For him, it is time to introduce economic measures and enablers to addressing security, improve economic development, among others.
APC Anambra State and APC as a ruling party, I don't see why a ruling party in Nigeria that has majority of the states in Nigeria, including the Southeast, will be sponsoring some of the insecurity situation we have in Anambra State today.
On infrastructure, the APC governorship aspirant pledges to transform the state for the better.
And he has tagged his mantra to be his, H-I-S, meaning number one agenda of his mantra is human capital development. Number two is infrastructural development. And number three is security.
A firm at the measure to subdue opposition parties in the state, claiming that some of their billboards mounted across the state were allegedly destroyed.
I personally called the MD of the signage and trying to find out what transpired. And from my investigation, I was told that he was directed to remove all the billboards of APC in Anambra State, that APC is not in Anambra.
It is about 14 months to Anambra State governorship election, and many key stakeholders are already indicating interest to square up with Governor Chukwuma Soludo in the contest. However, political analysts say this process will make democracy thrive. Bamidele Ajayi, TVC News, Oka.
The Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation has kicked off a mass public enlightenment campaign in Jigawa State to educate citizens on the economic interventions introduced by President Bola Tinubu's administration. TVC News correspondent Yusuf Issa reports.
The campaign, which was plugged up in Dutse, provides citizens with information on socio-economic opportunities and how to access them. Mr. Mohammed Idris, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, represented by Bashir Dahiru, emphasized the President Bola Tinubu's led administration's commitment to lifting Nigerians out of poverty. He said that the interventions are targeted at grassroots for the benefit of all citizens from federal, state, local government levels.
The main purpose of this sensitization program is to keep people informed about the interventions initiated by the federal government. And these interventions, like I said earlier in my speech, are not just governmental policies, but they represent the government commitment to uplift the lives of millions of citizens.
On his part, the Director General of National Orientation Agency, NOA, represented by Deputy Director Public Enlightenment, called for public support. She added that the present administration has been proactive in lifting Nigerians out of poverty and access hardship through its newly introduced interventions, which people need to explore.
We should learn to trust our government. I know it's a difficult thing to do, but the government has said they are working to improving the economy, and we should trust the process.
The lead paper presenter, who is a lecturer at Sociology Department, Federal University Dutse, Professor Alisiro, highlighted various interventions by the federal government. Some citizens who attended the event praised the federal government for launching these initiatives, citing their potentials to transform lives and communities.
They are needed, especially for the student loan. We got to know like so many things that we are not aware of.
I learned a lot, and this kind of sensitization program will help our people.
Some of the various intervention programs highlighted during the event include the Student Loan, National Youth Talent Export Program, National Housing Initiative, Nano Business Support, Nigerian Youth Academy, Micro and Small Business Loan Schemes. Yusuf Issa, TVC News, Jigawa.
Was staying in the northern part of the country, where the governor of Kebbi State, Nasiru Idris, has been conferred with the esteemed Honorary Fellowship Award at the 29th Annual Conference of the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria in Abuja. Governor Nasiru, who was represented at the event by his deputy, Senator Mara Abubakar Tafida, said the recognition is a testament to his unwavering dedication to public service, unrelenting commitment to transparency and accountability in governance. Senator Tafida, while receiving the award on behalf of the governor, pledged the governor's continued commitment to upholding global best practices in transparency and accountability in managing Kebbi State's resources.
This recognition is not just a personal achievement, but a testament to the collective efforts of our administration towards prudent financial management and sustainable development in Kebbi State. I accept this fellowship with gratitude, acknowledging the trust and confidence reposed in me by the association. I'm proud to join the ranks of distinguished fellows who have made significant contribution to the accounting profession and nation building. As a governor, I recognize the critical role of accounting and good governance, ensuring transparency, accountability, and effective resource allocation. Our administration has prioritized fiscal discipline, investing in human capital infrastructure and economic empowerment.